Now let's move further from page number 69. The fourth number question. Draw the structure of the following compound. So in this question we have to draw all the structure. So the first one, that is of ethanoic acid. So here you know about the oic acid. The suffix oic acid, that means it possesses the carboxylic group, and ethane means it possesses a 2 carbon. So according to that, if you have prepared the structure, you can get this kind of structure: CH3COOH, methane, ethane. And COOH means it stands for the carboxylic acid, and for the carboxylic acid, oic suffix is used. So here in the question, the second one, that is of a bromopantene. And here one more question is asked, that are the structural isomer possible for the bromopantene? Yes, it is possible, because here you can see there is a total 3 structure is there. And for a bromopantene, pantene, that stand for the 5 carbon, and bromo means it is a halogen group, and which is attached over here. In the first case, here you can see it is attached at the last, and in the second case, here you can see it is attached to the last second number carbon, and in the third case it is attached to the third number carbon. So we can say that the bromopantene is possess the isomer. In isomer, the structural formula is different, but the chemical formula is same. Here you can see the number of carbon atom and the hydrogen atom and the bromine group. That is the same, but the structure is different. Now, the third one, that is of a butanon. Butanon means buta, and on suffix is used. Here that on suffix is indicate that the ketone group is present. And butane, that stand for the 4 carbon: methane, ethane, propane, butane means the 4 carbon, and the CO group is there, means the ketone group is there. Whereas in a fourth number question, the hexanal is given. Hexa, that stand for the 6 carbon, and the nal suffix is here used. Nal, that stand for the aldehyde group. So let's see the third number question. The third number question is methane, ethane, propane, butane, butanon. The total 4 carbon is there, and the ketone group is there. That's why suffix on is used. So the structural formula here you can see total 4 carbon, and CO group means the ketone group is there. So this is the structure of butanon. And the fourth question, that is of hexanal. Hexa means the total 6 carbon. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now hexanal is there. Al suffix is used. Al suffix, that indicates that the CHO means the aldehyde group. Al suffix which used for the aldehyde group means the CHO group is there. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexa, and the suffix al is used, means the CHO. So the hexanal. Let's see one more time. The question is that draw the structure of the following compound. The first one, that is of ethanoic acid. second one is bromopentene, and for that one more question is that are the structural isomer possible for the bromopentene, and third that is a butanol, and four hexanol. Ethanoic acid, here the ethane is there means we have to use two carbon, and oic acid which stand for the carboxylic group means the COOH group. And second question is a bromopentene, here the prefix bromo is used means the it is a halogen group, and the pentene which is stand for the 5 carbon. And yes, it is a possible for the bromopentene. There is a 3 isomer for the bromopentene. And the third question that is a butanol. Butane means it possesses the 4 carbon, and on means it possesses the uh, ketone group. That's why the on suffix is used. Ketone group means C double bond O. And the next one that is of a hexanol, the hexanol which is stand for the 6 carbon, and nal that suffix is used for the aldehyde group means the CHO group. Now let's see the answer. The first one that is ethanoic acid, methane, ethane, and oic suffix that stand for the carboxylic group means the COOH group. So the formula is become a CH3 COOH. The second question that butanol, bromopentene, and is bromopentene possess the isomer or not? So this is the structure of bromopentene. Bromo, which is a halogen group, and the pentene means the 5 carbon atom is there, and here at the last the bromine is attached. The second question is for that it possesses the isomer or not. Isomer, that means the chemical formula is same, but the structural formula is different. Here you can see in the chemical formula is all the formula, all the structure, the number of carbon atom and hydrogen atom and bromine is same, but the arrangement of bromine molecule is bromine atom is a different. Here you can see in the first structure bromine is attached at the last, whereas in the second structure bromine is attached to the last second carbon, and in the third structure bromine is attached to the third number carbon atom. The next question is that methane, ethane, propane, butane, butanone. Write down the structural formula of butanon. Butanon, which is stand for the 4 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the on suffix, that means the ketone group is that. Ketone means C double bond O. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon is there, means the butane. And the CO group is there, means the ketone group. And for CO group, that stand for the on, that possess the on suffix. So this name is become a butanol. And the last one that hexanal. Hexa means the 6 carbon, and nal suffix is used for the aldehyde group means the CHO group. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon, and this hydrogen, and along with that the COH group is attached. So the name is become a hexanal. Now let's move further. The question number 5. How would you name the following compound? In this question, the structure is given. From the structure, we have to give the name. The first one that here the bromine is there. So it is a belongs to the halogen group, and in halogen group we have to use a prefix. So for Br prefix is bromo, and how many carbon atom is there? 1 and 2. 1 and 2 means methane, ethane. So bromo plus ethane, so it become a bromoethane. The second structure here you can see the one carbon is there, and here the CHO group is there. CHO, that stand for the aldehyde group, and for the aldehyde group al suffix is used, and it is a suffix, so we can use at the last al, and one carbon, that means methane plus al, so it become a methanal. And the another name of this structure is known as a formaldehyde, because the one carbon atom is there, and it is also known as a formaldehyde. Now the next one that here you can see triple bond is there, and for the triple bond YNE suffix is used. And how many carbon is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon. So this, if the 6 carbon is there, then the hexane is used. So hexa plus in suffix. In suffix also the spelling that is of YNEN. Why YNEN? Because here the triple bond is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atom is there. Due to the triple bond, Y and E suffix is used. So the name is become a hexene. HEXYNE. Let's see one more time. How would you the name the following compound? The first compound that is of a bromoethane. Why bromoethane? Because bromine which is comes from the halogen group, and for the halogen group the nomenclature, according to nomenclature, the bromine halogen group, so we have to use the prefix. For bromine, the bromo is used. And here the carbon atom, number of carbon atom is a 2, methane, ethane. So the bromoethane. The second structure in that CHO group is that. And CHO group, that means it stands for the aldehyde group. CHO means it possesses aldehyde group, and for the aldehyde group al suffix is used. And one carbon, that means methane, methane plus al. So this structure name is a methanal, and other name of this methanal is a formaldehyde. So also you can write down the formaldehyde. Now the third structure, here the triple bond is there. Triple bond that stand for the ethene. YEN. Suffix YEN is used. Alkene. It is belongs to the alkene group, but it is a Y and E group. And it is possess the 6 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 carbon. So 6 carbon means hexa, and YNE suffix means hexene. Name is become a hexene. The first structure is a bromomethane, second one that is of methanal and also known as a formaldehyde, and the third one that is of hexene. Now let's move further, the page number 71. Why is the conversion of ethanol to ethanoic acid and oxidation reaction? In the property of ethanoic acid, we have study about the oxidation reaction. In that, the ethanol, if we proceed in the presence of alkaline KMnO4, then it is converted into the ethanoic acid. So here we have to write down the reason that why this process we have to consider as a oxidation reaction. And what is the definition of oxidation reaction, that we will that we already learn into this chapter number 1. Chapter number 1, in that oxidation, reduction, all the process we already learned. So here you can see in the alcohol, the oxygen is added and it is become a carboxylic group. So since in the reaction the one oxygen is added to the ethanol, hence this process we consider as a oxidation reaction. The question is that why is the conversion of ethanol to ethanoic acid is an oxidation reaction? As we know the definition of oxidation. Oxidation means if the oxygen is added during the reaction, then it is considered as a oxidation reaction. And the other case we can say if the removal of the hydrogen, then also we can consider the process as a oxidation reaction. So here you can see in the alcohol the oxygen is added, and due to that it become a ethanoic acid. So here the adding of the oxygen is occur. So this process we consider as a oxidation reaction. So the answer is, here you can see the process methane, ethane, ethanol. If we proceed the ethanol in alkaline KMnO4 means the potassium permanganate, then it is converted into the ethanoic acid. Here you can see from one oxygen to other oxygen is added and it become a carboxylic group, means the ethanoic acid. So since in this reaction the one oxygen is added to the ethanol, hence it is an oxidation reaction. Now the second question, the mixture of oxygen and ethene is burned for welding. A mixture of oxygen and ethene, here you have to concentrate about the spelling of ethane, ethene and ethene. Here the YNE is given that stand for the triple bond. So the question is, a mixture of oxygen and ethene is burned for the welding. Can you tell why a mixture of ethene and air is not used? Here you can see the triple bond is there in this ethene. YNE is there, so that means the triple bond between the carbon atom. It is react with the oxygen, then it is form the carbon dioxide, water, and the heat. So when the ethene is burned into the air, it gives the shooty yellowish flame. Why? Because due to the incomplete combustion, because the complete oxidation reaction is not occur in ethene, and due to that it goes by the limited supply, it get the limited supply of the oxygen. However, ethene is burned with the oxygen, it gives the clean. Ethene is burnt with the oxygen, it give a clean flame with the temperature 3000 Celsius because of the complete combustion. And this oxyacetylene flame is used for the welding. And it is not possible to attain such a high temperature without the mixing of oxygen. And this is the reason why the mixture of ethene and air is not used. Here the question is that a mixture of oxygen and ethene is burned for the welding. Can you tell why the mixture of ethene and air is not used? Because when the ethene is burnt in the air, it gives the shooty flame, and this due to the incomplete combustion, and which cause the limited supply of the air. But if the ethene is burned with the oxygen, and it is give a clean flame with the temperature 3000 degrees Celsius. Why? Because due to the complete combustion. So this oxyacetylene flame is used for the welding, and it is not possible to attain such a high temperature without the mixing of this oxygen, and this is the reason why a mixture of ethene and air is not used. Thank you. In next video we will move further from the question number 1, and which is on 74 number page. Thank you. And kindly start the write down the exercise question of this chapter in your notebook. Thank you.